I am Elizabeth Neal. I am the Library Media Specialist at Midtown Elementary in Madison, Alabama. So if you've heard of Huntsville, the Space and Rocket Center, we're right next door to Huntsville. Do any of you guys have Sora already? You said you already have it. Okay, for those that might not know about what Sora is, it's just a reading app for your kids to utilize ebooks, audiobooks, and even read-along books for your younger students as well. With any new tool, I love to start off by training our students on how to use Sora. So just like a regular library orientation where you teach your kids how to check in and check out books in the layout of your library, I also hold a separate Sora orientation for my students. So I have teachers sign up to bring their classes, and I go over all the things with the students. I pull up Sora straight onto my smartboard and then show them how to access Sora. So in our school district, we utilize Clever. We are a Google for Education school, so they just log in simply by using their Google credentials. We go over the Explore page, and this is where you can see all of the books that are available. So sometimes it'll say up to 700 books available, and they can just search straight from the Explore page. One of my favorite features is the search filters and preferences. So our students can go in there, and our library is actually set up for, it's genreified. So they can also genreify the collection on Sora. So they can look up mystery books, science fiction books, whatever they're looking for, they can choose their preferences. And they can also sort by reading level or grade level as well, which is awesome. I teach them how to borrow a book and return a book. And another favorite of mine is the shelf page. So on this page, they can see the books that they have on loan, they can see the books they have on hold, and they can also create their own lists. So I know as an adult reader, I love to have a list of books that I want to read in the future, and the students can create that as well. So when they get to the Explore page, they're not overwhelmed by all of the different choices. They can go to their shelf lists that they've made previously and take less time to find a book that they would enjoy. I then teach them how to read a borrowed book. They're always in awe when they see that book up on the screen, and I show them how they can just click through without the physical book. I then show them the tools so they can enlarge the text, they can change it to dark mode or sepia mode, they can highlight, they can look up a word that they don't know. There are tons of really good tools to use as they read the book, bookmarking as well. I also tell them about their Me page. Their Me page will show them all of their statistics that we love to see as teachers and librarians. So how many minutes have they been reading on Sora? What types of books have they been reading? It'll give them different badges that they can earn for reading different genres and reading a certain number of minutes. And kids love that competition aspect. How many badges can I earn? And then I always end our orientation for Sora with time to explore. So I say, okay, I'm done teaching you. Now you have time, just explore the books we have and go ahead and create a to-be-read list of your own so that when they come back to it, they have some choices there for them. And most of them leave orientation with a book already checked out because they love it so much. Okay, just a little bit about the specifics of our school. So Alabama receives library enhancement money, $157 per unit. At our school, we have over 1,000 students and 45 teaching units. So we get a big chunk of money in library enhancement. And at our school, at least $1,000 is budgeted towards Sora each year. And the good thing about Sora is that the $1,000 that you use to pay for the program when you renew each year, you get to use that $1,000 towards books for your collection, which is awesome. So building the collection starts at our Sora orientation. So I tell my students, if there's a book that you would like to see in our Sora collection, just send me an email, make the subject title Sora, and let me know what books you would like to see. Also tell them that if the books are usually on the shelf, if the series is not usually checked out a lot, to come check the library first because we like to use our physical library, but then Sora is just another level so that they can go check that if it's a popular book. So if they don't see it in our library, they can ask me and I'll just purchase it straight in Sora for them. The beginning of the school year, these shelves are packed full. We can barely fit all of our books on the shelves. And then a week or so in, they look like this. And we have kids coming to the library and they're asking for the same book over and over and over again. We're like, I'm sorry, it's on hold. Just check the whole basket when you come back down. And Sora helps us with that. So any books that are super popular, any shelves that we can't keep full, even though we have multiple copies, we put those books in Sora. I even had a student come down and I was like, oh, your book that we put on hold is ready for you. And he goes, oh, I already read it in Sora. So the fact that he knew to go there and he utilized our platform, the platform, it just made my librarian heart so happy. Also with empty shelves, I make these little posters. So if it's like the Amulet series that we can't keep on the shelf, we tell them that the Wings of Fire books are all checked out. Go check Sora. So it's a visual reminder for them to go and use the tool as well. I do have future engagement plans as well. I'm sure you all know about the old-fashioned button maker. So I want to make a button club. So anything that the students do, like read, say they read like the whole Amulet series, they would get an Amulet button. And so we would have lanyards that they can keep up with all of their buttons for their different clubs that they earn. So we would also have a like Branches series button or a Sora button. If you've read so many books in Sora, you get to add that button to your link. Madison City is one of the fastest growing cities in Alabama. So we actually merged a smaller school into a larger facility to house all of us, over 1,000 students and 45 teaching units. So I opened the new library from scratch at Midtown. And I actually inherited Sora from the previous librarian. So I didn't know how to use it. I didn't know how to buy books. I knew that we spent $1,000 every year. So I was like, how can I easily figure out what to do with this platform? So I sent an email out and they emailed me back and they were like, let's video chat. So I got to chat virtually and they just walked me through how to order all the different minute things that you need to know how to do. There's lots of help, support specialists, and even content specialists that can help you curate your collection. I send emails. If I send a quick email, they'll even respond super quick with a screenshot of telling me how to use that tool. And that's what I did here. Live on-demand staff training. We love Sora. So I cannot recommend it enough. And hopefully you've got some engaging tools that you can use to engage your students in reading on Sora. Thank y'all.